Okay, so you ready to jump in the little time machine here?
Yeah, I love time machines.
Back in January, we did stop by the Health Pavilion at CES, and there was a product there that I think it was just because we were really, really tired, but we spent way too much time at the booth, way longer than we thought we would, because it was just silly tech. It was silly tech, but over the months, I have found more and more places that actually use it. Imagine, if you will, what it's like to live in a nursing home, or what it's like to live in a critical care facility where you have very limited access to people. You can't have pets, it's not good for you, it's not good for your immune system. What if you could have something robotic that evoked that same warm, fuzzy feeling that you get by holding your pet bunny?
Robot bunnies?
Yeah, it's really hard to talk about it, so rather than me talking about it, let's go ahead and just show it.
The Sands Convention Center has become sort of the innovation hub of CES. This is where you see the truly innovative and the truly strange products, and I would definitely place this right in the middle. This is the Paro from a Schaumburg, Illinois company. Now, the Paro is an aid for those in hospitals. Do you have a loved one with Alzheimer's or dealing with dementia? Well, this is an aid for them to, deal with the real world. Now, this is absolutely covered with sensors, from the whiskers to touch sensors to noise sensors, and it helps them to relate to something. Now, it brings them out of themselves. It's a therapeutic aid. Now, of course, this is not a toy. This is not for the boy or girl under 6. This is not a Christmas present. This is an actual serious piece of technology that brings the internet of adorable things to the masses. If you want to find out more about this innovative use of technology, you got to check them out. Go to www.parorobots.com. Me, I'm going to get some cuddle time.
Okay, that thing was really strange, and believe it or not, that robot I was holding, it's about $5,000.
$5,000?
Yeah, it's not a Teddy Ruxpin doll.
It looks like a $40 stuffed animal.
It really does, and that's why when they told me the price, I'm like, okay, we're out of here. But then someone explained it to me later on, because I did find one of these at one of the care facilities that I help at.
Oh.
And I was like, you bought one of these? And the nurse was saying, this is probably the best money we have ever spent.
So what exactly does it do?
So it's not just like an animatronic thing. It really is incredibly well constructed. They allowed me to take the thing off. You can like wash the cover and everything. But it's got special material so you actually can cuddle with it. It is loaded. It's got so many sensors, so it knows exactly what's being done to it, and it reacts.
Oh.
And the whole idea is you give this to somebody with dementia, and it helps. I did not believe it. I was ready to discount it until I actually saw it. There was a patient that I was helping with, and she was far gone, and it was so difficult to get her to focus on anything. It was difficult to medicate her. It was difficult to get her to do simple things like bathe. Well, they would bring the Paro over for about 30 minutes a day, and she would be good for like 10 hours.
Wow.
And I can't explain it. All I know is that it absolutely worked. So if you're at a medical facility, that is money well spent.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
My mother's worked in nursing homes, and I've heard stories, and I know that the patients can sometimes be difficult. And if this is what they need, then that's money well spent.
And we've got Dr. Morbius in the chat room who's saying cats are cheaper. And actually, real animals are cheaper, but you can't
have real animals in many healthcare facilities.
Yeah, a lot of patients in healthcare facilities are immunocompromised. You cannot bring animals in there. That's not kosher. This, you can control it, you can sterilize it between patients. And again, to me, it's stupid. It sounds like a ridiculous waste of money. But if you're talking about a loved one, and if you're talking about a patient who you're spending tens of thousands of dollars a month to care for, $5,000 split up over all the patients in a care facility, that's actually not that much.
Especially if that is what helps them get through the day.
Precisely. Yeah.
So,
okay, Paro, I am sorry I mocked you. I'm sorry I held on to that segment for so long. I do believe you've done a good thing.
Yeah, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed either.
I never would have guessed.
It's pretty silly, but wow.
Yeah, well, because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's cute. They've got like a stuffed animal. And I was playing with it, oh, this is so nice. And then we did that interview, or that little stand-up, and then I said, oh, by the way, what's the price? $5,000. And I was just like,
excuse me.
I'm sorry, I must have misheard
US dollars?
Are we talking, wait, it's like pesos? What?
Well, and it is healthcare where stuff is expensive.
Precisely. And they had to go through all of the I guess you'd need to do
all the
certifications.
clinical testing. And all,
Yeah, because you need to prove that it's not going to cause any allergic reactions. You need to prove that you can clean the thing properly.
And it's just not going to
I
catch
think
fire.
that's a ridiculously expensive process.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
So there you go, folks. Again, a different use of technology than I would have chosen, but if it gets the job done, I'm sorry, that's just awesome.
Yeah.